And then I decided to talk a little bit about oracle cards. They're not tarot cards. I'm not a tarot card reader. It's not in my wheelhouse. So usually when I do my sessions, I will keep some cards, not necessarily all the time, but there are times that I'll pull them. And sometimes they offer a little bit more clarity. Most of the time, they offer up confirmation to the message I just gave my client. And sometimes I'll have people just reach out and say, Wendy, can you just pull a quick card for me and see what message they have? Mm-hmm. So they all range. Some of them start off with simple messages, just 1 word or 2 word messages. The pictures, I love them. The art, the people that come up with their art on their cards are wonderful, and it's very user friendly. So it's not like I find that when you go to get a tarot card, it's really reading inside the energy. Each of the cards, all the faces have different meanings and that kind of thing, and I'm not adept at reading that at all. So I tend to use things that are energetically and then energetically in tuned, whether they'd be wand, the grids like we've talked about before, crystals and all of that. But I find that I enjoy using the oracle cards based on where my people are. Some people, they resonate with mermaids. Some, they resonate with unicorns. And some are star seeds and, angels. Some of them are gemstones. Some of them are herbals. So based on where my client is, I will pull a card, I'll ask them. So would you like for me to pull you one, Sophia?
Yes, please.
And which one would you like me to pull for?
Oh, there's so many options.
Yes.
I love the colors too. I was trying to go with the colors.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, that teal one you have right
this
beside you.
Yeah, this one.
I think that one is.
This is a pretty cool one. This one says Auntie on Deck, the Tough Love Oracle card.
Okay, Tough Love, wow.
Yep. So it's still user friendly, but it's a little bit more of they're driving the point home. So, oh my goodness, the cycle is finally over. You made it. Congratulations. Wow. So this tells me that you've concluded something, a project that you wanted to see come to an end, or you wanted like a signpost to tell you, where do I go from here, or have I finished? Do I need to examine a little bit more? And then sometimes we seek validation. So this is by saying congratulations, this is a validation to whatever it was that you were trying to do came through. So I'm going to pull that, but I'm going to let you pull one yourself out of this.
So do I have to have a question in my mind, or is it just like
you can be open-ended if you want to, or you can have a question? Either way, there's no wrong way to do it.
All right, let's do this one right here.
All right, cool beans. So let's see what your card says. No time to give up, keep going. So that's pretty interesting. So if you read both of those together, which is how I read them, you've finished up.
Yeah.
You've already made it. Now what's the next one?
Keep going.
Here's to keep going to your end goal, because oftentimes we have an end goal, but it takes several chapters to finish it up. So you already finished one chapter, you're on to the next one. That keeps you going to your final goal, where your eye needs to be on the how do I say? Keep your eye on the goal.
Yeah. Keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So are these cards meant to tell you what you're doing, what you're going to do, present, past, future?
All of the above.
So it depends on what you pull, and you explain it as you go along.
Exactly. There are times that somebody will just ask me for clarity, and so then I'll pull from this deck, which I really like to work with. And this one, it's really cool how this one works. So this one, I'm going to shuffle it up. So the first one is going to go on the top. If I had a full table, we could see it better. So what am I struggling with? It'll be this. So actually, this is pretty interesting. The ancestors really want to tell us something. So in honoring your ancestors, you honor yourself as their blood runs through your veins. Take the time to show them proper reverence and honor. Additionally, this card represents going back to your roots and or healing with medicinal herbs. I tell you why, to a certain extent, this is, I've been not challenged. I've been asking myself, what does it look for me moving forward? Where do I go? It's a lot. It's a lot to run an Etsy shop. It's a lot to do all these different things. So I've been recently reaching out to my ancestors to ask them, what do I need to focus on first and put everything in the background? So this is indeed what I'm struggling with. So then the next question would be, how do I overcome this? So then that card would go here, and it says, journey back home. So you're capable of creating a meaningful and fulfilling life and are capable of finding your true calling. Don't lose yourself. Remember your journey. So there are signposts that kind of help you. Okay, how can I adjust? So then now the thing is, what's the outcome? The outcome is aquanil. So all the cards, I should have been showing the images. I'm so sorry. Aquanil is a Yoruba word for cleanse yourself or cleanse your home. Spiritual hygiene should be done routinely as energies easily attach themselves to your spirit. Notice how you feel around certain people or places. Send away feelings and energies that don't belong to you. So this is obviously telling me it's time for me to do a home cleansing or a cleansing for myself, or maybe both. So then that's how I get out of this, clear my mind, have a little bit of clarity. And then the last one is, what are the messages that my ancestors have for me or whoever I'm doing the reading for? So that is direction. So funny. Direction or redirection. When this card appears, you may be considering a new career path, business venture, or new relationships. Tell me that isn't totally relevant.
Yeah.
So basically, you know what's going on. So explore your options before making a decision. Additionally, this card can mean possible relocation or the need to change direction. So there's the image of that one.
Very nice.
There we go. So, you know, I often find that if I'm kind of like questioning, or my client has a question, I'll pull a card and it will often mirror what's going on to kind of give clarity. And that's all it is. It's for clarity.
Yeah.
So do you have a question that you want to ask that you feel comfortable?
Actually.
Go ahead.
I just started a new job. So I'm working basically every day.
I gotcha.
So I just need some clarity. Is this the right decision for me?
Nice one. Let's see what Spirit says about that. And then we'll go for, I got one more
I'm
little tool
excited.
to add to that. Oh my goodness, you got a good one.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
excited. Opportunity, la perla, which is the pearl, and I'll show it. There we go. So the pearl brings positive growth and expansion. This opportunity may also bring new inspiration, good news, or a chance you've been waiting for to take action.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. And as a matter of fact, the previous cards I pulled for you also have to do with your situation. If you think about it, something's ending, but now there's this new goal. What do you focus on?
Okay.
So we may be in different things, but it's funny how we're at that point of, okay, we got to make some decisions
Exactly.
here.
Yeah.
Very,
Wow.
very cool.
I'm glad.
So
I can see how that can bring clarity to, or like some relief to someone.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's usually how it is for me. When I'm done with the session, it's like they feel empowered. They already had the intuition. They already had the info there.
Yeah.
For the most part. Sometimes it's, I got 3 shells. Which one do I pick? So it kind of helps suss that out.
That's
so I
very
really
nice.
love that. Now, if I can throw in a little bit more of something here, I'm going to use my pendulum for you.
Okay.
So this is pretty cool. So we want to ask, is Sophia, what do you want to ask? A yes or no question?
Oh, wow.
That has to do you want to say about, is everything, are you making the right decision going to having your full-time schedule with
Okay.
what you're doing?
Yeah.
Is this good for Sophia? That for me is a yes. So usually when I use my pendulum, I'll ask, Spirit, show me yes. Okay, so for me, it's going clockwise. That's a yes. Okay, Spirit, show me a no.
Oh, I
Now
see
it goes
it.
counterclockwise,
Yeah.
right? Okay, show me a maybe. And you'll see that it goes back and forth. Okay, show me I don't know. Then it'll start going side to side this way.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to answer. And it stops. So I find that having a couple different tools, not everybody's going to resonate with that. I like
Yeah.
it because there are times that people are like, I want to be able to see the answer. So this is a physical way for them to see what I'm hearing
It's some
or what I'm receiving.
reassurance for sure,
Exactly,
yes.
exactly.
And we all need that sometimes.
1000%. It kind of helps when you're trying to make nuanced decisions and you find that you're kind of stuck. I find that these little tools, they do kind of help, and they settle you down. It's a sense of empowerment. The same way that there are times that I don't have access. I'm not going to pull all of this out with me if I'm traveling, or and if I've got to sit with it, I'll sit with a meditation for myself, take a breath, sit in my energy field, and then see what comes out. We all have intuition. We all
Yes.
have, I've always heard 9 times out of 10, something told me not to go this way. something told me to take this turn.
Some people call it a gut feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I feel like I have a strong intuition as well. So
I believe we all do. We
Yeah.
all do. It's just how much do we believe? How much do we give credibility into it? So I just find that I like being there to help turn on the lights when people are kind of like, where do I go? I'm not trying to make decisions for people, but I am trying to get them enough that they're confident in where they're feeling, where they're wavering, so then they can say,
Yeah.
all right, I've gotten my little plate of soup, my food, my energy, where I gotta go. Let me be off with you.
how did you get into this?
Oh my gosh, this has been since childhood. I've always loved crystals. I mean, I'm talking about as far as I can remember going over to my grandma's house, and that was somewhere from the very beginning. I was at my grandmother's house when we moved down. I was like 2, and then occasionally I'd be babysat around the 5, 6, these different ages. But always with the grass, or always with the seeds that would fall from the tree, the crystals, what they did. My grandmother had her own Spanish tarot cards because she had her own beliefs, but I never got to really learn from her. She passed before I could really appreciate the wisdom that she had, and they followed paths that my parents weren't necessarily on the same board with, but I was there for certain things, and it opened my mind, and I saw spirits from 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
So it's not ever been anything that's been out of my realm, because Miami, when I was in Miami, took up so much of my time. I really
Yeah.
couldn't sink into this. When my son moved, and he was around 2, so that was about 20 years ago, really gave me the window to start learning a little bit more of what my intuition pull was.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense. So
yeah.
what advice would you give to someone who wants to start doing some oracle card readings?
So I would say start simple. Go to wherever it is that if you're resonating with oracle cards. I've always said there's tools for everybody, and certain tools will speak for certain people. My first deck is not here. My first deck was Ascended Masters, because I was learning about all the different Ascended Masters. I wanted Archangel Michael cards, but go figure, when I went to get them, they were sold out. So I had to go to get the other set of cards, which opened up. So I would say, if somebody wants to start, find something that resonates with you. If you're into unicorns, get a unicorn
Yeah.
deck. If you love mermaid decks, if you like colorful decks, Dana's got a bunch of decks. I'm going to do a little plug in for her as well. Find where you resonate with,
Yeah.
and go from there. And sometimes you'll find that if you say, hey, I want a deck of oracle cards and I don't know which to start, you might be gifted a set.
Yes, I've heard that for tarot cards in particular, people have to give them to you. You can't go out and buy them yourself.
You can't go out and buy them yourselves.
Yeah.
That's usually with a lot of things. There's even some plants, like money plants,
Yeah.
bamboo plants. You're not supposed to buy them for yourself. They're supposed to be gifted. So I kind of feel like that. I was gifted several tools. As a matter of fact, there's a couple things here. This was gifted to me. This was gifted to me. Some of these I bought this one, my first pendulum. I love this guy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. So I just work with tools that kind of just empower what I'm doing and speak to me, and I encourage others to do that. I've had people say, you know what, Wendy, crystals aren't really my thing. I really
Yeah.
don't feel them. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's just the entry point, and I find that these, when you want, not everybody can see a therapist at any given time. Nobody can, there's times that you can't go out directly to a reader, but if you have a
Yeah.
deck and spirit, just give me something, to inspire me. I find that they're inspirational.
Yeah, I really resonate with the oracle cards.
Yeah.
I've done a couple, like, with my friends, and every time I've done them, I'm like, that really is like what situation I'm in, and that, like, it really does give me some clarity on whatever situation I'm
When
in.
when you finish with the session, how do you usually feel?
I was like so emotional too when I was doing it. I started tearing up.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that.
Yep. So
So-
when you tear up, usually is because you're clearing something. You've
Really?
something on a unconscious, subconscious level has come to the surface without needing to sit on a therapist's couch.
Yeah.
That's something. One of my mentors taught me early on. She's like, Wendy, they teach modalities that you have to go through all of the dark night of the soul and all of this stuff. She says we really don't have to. There's ways to fast track it. And at the same time, Spirit is urging me to say this. We're not talking, I want to throw in this little thing that's important. When we're talking about mental health, that's something different. So I don't want to try to cover this up for if you really need to have your mental health taken care of, take care of that. So I want to make sure that I haven't said that, and it's something that's important. So aside from that, if you're looking for something to clarity and these kinds of
Yeah.
things, I agree with you. It does kind of settle the spirit.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah, and you feel it too in your
Yeah.
chest, in your stomach sometimes, in your hands and your feet.
I've had people tell me, Wendy, I was able to sleep last night. I haven't slept in a week because I've been so worried about this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
You know, and then sometimes Spirit's going to give some, you know what, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you know you're doing it. So here's a user-friendly way of saying, hey,
Yeah.
let's get on the ball,
Yeah.
you know, and people will receive that message a little bit easier.
Is
Yeah.